Can we talk a little bit about healthcare? Because you all have spent plenty of time focusing on healthcare in the United States and abroad. Bill, you're probably the foremost authority on global healthcare. Your foundation has spent billions and billions of dollars on it. I think more than $13 billion just from inception through 2017 on global healthcare initiatives. What's the progress? You touched on it a little bit earlier, that you've seen more progress here than in the education front in the United States. How's that kind of shown up?
Well, it's phenomenal that by taking the new vaccines and getting them out to more kids and a few other tools like malaria bed nets, that we've gone from over 10 million children dying every year to now less than 5 million. Now, 5 million is still a lot. We need a few more tools, but actually the pipeline of innovation looks very good. This is a phenomenally positive story that those deaths are way down, and that'll continue.
What's the thing that brings you the most hope or gives you the most hope about advancements that you've made or research that you've found?
Well, one that we're working on is to reduce malnutrition, because if a kid is growing well, their ability not only to avoid these diseases like diarrhea killing them, but also the degree to which they'll develop their full mental and physical capacities and therefore contribute for their own life, for their country's well-being. Dramatic reduction in malnutrition would be a huge thing, and we're now gaining understanding that we think that will be possible. It's been a long scientific journey having to do with the gut and inflammation and the microbiome, but now we see that we'll get more of those kids on their growth path. And so I'm super excited about that.
But malnutrition is not just them not having the food to eat. Even in cases where they do have the food to eat, there's a problem.
That's right. What happens is that because their diet doesn't have much protein in it, their gut, their intestines get into an inflamed state. And that means you get a set of bacteria in there that don't let them absorb nutrition. And so that's a downward path. And so you can see even two twins, one will get that and not be growing, and the other one will achieve normal growth. And so an intervention that stops the inflammation, shifts the microbiome to a more healthy mix, that would get rid of malnutrition for that child. So what is a really cheap intervention where you can see the problem and stop it? With
probiotics or something?
Yes, that's the kind of thing. Although those tend to be broad spectrum, here we're going to be, to make it, scale it up and have it be a cheap, probably a pill. It'll probably be a couple of vitamins and drugs.
Does that translate to things that could be useful here in the United States and other developed
Well, the
nations?
basic understanding of your gut and will finally lead us to understand not just malnutrition, but overnutrition. Why is it so hard to control people's hunger? Over time, people have tried to have pills to control hunger. I'd say over the next decade, that will finally succeed. So even though that's not the foundation side, we're focused on malnutrition. The science of the gut and the microbiome has a lot of companies working on things that will reduce overnutrition.